what I think is very interesting, I've been kind of like bombarded here at the People's Summit, love it, by candidates, and they all have learned valuable lessons. I've spoken with many candidates who have learned lessons, and that is, yes, we could run a positive campaign, but we kind of have to we got to take off the gloves at points, because you can't really take down the establishment, who do come with knives to the fight, with a spoon. So, with that said, what's your name, where you're running?
My name is Jim Keady, and I'm running in New Jersey's fighting 4th District for the United States House of Representatives.
And New Jersey, we know it's a Christie state. We know it kind of is establishment on the Democratic side. Hillary won by a lot. What's your issues? Is it a conservative leading district?
The district traditionally has leaned Republican, but it's a district that I've grown up in. Actually, when you look at the numbers, we've got 118,000 Democrats, about 130,000 Republicans, 216,000 unaffiliated voters. And that's the tremendous opportunity. And only about 50% of those unaffiliated voters have been getting out to vote regularly. So we have a tremendous opportunity to do some real organizing. And I know we can win it. We're right on the issues. You've been asking whether or not people are, going to bring a gun to a knife fight. I am a brass-knuckles Irish Catholic political street fighter. I can tell you, the guy that I'm running against, Chris Smith, he has been in Congress for 37 years. He has not lived in the state of New Jersey since 1983. He has lived in Northern Virginia for so long that his kids get access to in-state tuition in Virginia.
How is this a United States congressman from New Jersey who lives in Virginia?
He keeps a small apartment that he rents on the western part of the district. He spends less than 20% of the year per congressional records in the state of New Jersey. Most extreme example, in 2006, he only spent 7 nights in the state of New Jersey. He has not held an open public town hall meeting in 25 years in our district. So we're going to hit him with those constantly throughout the campaign. He is a no-show congressman, and the people of the Fighting Fourth have had enough. We want a voice in D.C. that lives in our district, that raises their family in our district, and is in touch with the issues that the people have in our district.
Can you imagine a fighting Irishman like this, so eloquent, sober? Wait.
And the crazy thing is that my family owns an Irish tavern for 35 years that I now run. But I am sober both at work and on the campaign.
Now, let me ask you, because I don't want to pile on, but Chris Christie was a disaster for New Jersey. He basically, with the economic crash, he cut teachers, he cut police, he cut firefighters, he gave tax cuts to wealthy people, the Republican playbook. I know you're not running for statewide, but when you look at New Jersey, it's supposedly a Democratic state. But these Republican policies, these neoliberal policies before him, how do you make a dent when a lot of these voters are kind of like the Clinton voter that was more establishment, might not be progressive naturally?
Well, first let me share my wonderful relationship that I have with our governor. You may or may not recall about 2 years ago when Governor Christie screamed at a guy to sit down and shut up. That was me. All right, so you talked about all the failures of our governor. The one that you didn't mention is his promise to get Hurricane Sandy families back home, and we still have thousands and thousands of families in New Jersey who have not been able to get back into their homes because of his failed policies. So how do we win in a state that is presumably blue, where we've had a Republican governor who is the least popular governor in the history of governors in the United States? How did he win 2 terms? And what we need to do is we got to get out and tell the truth to people. We got to talk about the issues. We got to go knocking on doors. We cannot run a traditional establishment Democratic campaign where we just try to raise as much money as we can from the wealthy and the corporate donors and then try to do an aerial attack with just running television ads. We've got to get our boots in the street. We got to organize, organize, organize. And if we do that, we can win seats like this one that I'm up against, this 37-year incumbent Republican who we can take down if we put our boots in the streets. We can do it.
And one thing that Bernie said that stood out to me is he said, no. You knock on every Republican door you can. What were your thoughts on that?
Look, I mentioned earlier, my family's owned a tavern in Ocean County, New Jersey for 35 years. It's a Republican stronghold. When I would stand behind the bar during the 2016 cycle, I could take a Trump voter, give me 10 minutes, and they were going to vote for Bernie Sanders if he won, right? So we need to engage, as Bernie said, every voter, whether they're Democrats, unaffiliated, which most of New Jersey is unaffiliated, moderate Republicans, even the Trump-supporting Republicans. I had a guy today put in the security system at my bar for me, die-hard Trump fan, reached out to me today and said, hey, I know this guy from El Salvador that I want to help to get citizenship. What do we do? And then when I explained to him what the process was and why there is no path for this guy, he's like, yeah, that's crazy. We got to change that. This is a die-hard Trump guy saying we need to do immigration reform so that we can help the 11 million people get out of the shadows. If we talk about the issues like Bernie said, we will win because we're on the right side of the issues, and we've been on the right side of history with every major campaign that progressives have been on since the beginning of campaigns.
Thank you. Where can people find out more about you?
Yep. They can find more about my campaign at jimkeady.com. It's JIMKEAD as in Democrat, Y.com. I'm on Twitter at JWKeady or on Facebook, Jim Keady.
And do I have an invite on 4th of July to get drunk with the Irishman?
Absolutely, my friend. Bring the whole crew.
Thank you.